Have you ever wondered? How can the same little spice, just one spoonful of turmeric, make one person feel more energized, sleep better, and move more easily, while someone else feels absolutely nothing? Or worse, ends up with a bloated stomach, indigestion, and gives up after just a few days? I once met a lovely lady named Clara. She's 74 and lives in a quiet town in Oregon. She told me she had read in a magazine that turmeric helps with joint pain, so every morning, she mixed a spoonful with warm water and honey. Week 1, no change. Week 2, still nothing. By week 3, she started to feel uncomfortable, bloated, gassy, even a little nauseous, so she stopped. The problem isn't that turmeric doesn't work. The truth is, most of us just don't know how to use it properly. Turmeric, or more specifically, curcumin, its active compound, is a powerful gift from nature. But like a precious seed, if you don't plant it the right way, it won't grow. Taking turmeric without knowing what to pair it with, or what to avoid, is like watering that seed with salt water. Sparkle. So, what's getting in the way of turmeric working inside your body? Why is it that so many older adults in America trust turmeric, but only a few truly feel the difference? In today's video, we're going to uncover 3 hidden enemies in your very own kitchen that may be quietly blocking turmeric's healing power. 3 powerful allies that help your body absorb turmeric properly and unlock its full anti-inflammatory, brain-boosting, and heart-loving potential. And finally, a simple 7-day plan that will help you make turmeric a part of your daily routine, effortlessly and naturally. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle. Sometimes, all it takes is a small shift, like how you take 1 spoonful of turmeric a day. Because small things can change how you walk, how you think, and how you feel as you age. Let's begin. 1. Why turmeric? Why more older Americans are turning to turmeric. Once we reach our 60s, 70s, or even beyond, the body begins to speak in new ways. Things we once brushed off, like a little stiffness in the knees walking down the stairs, or moments where our memory seems to flicker, start to matter more. Many people, instead of relying solely on medication, begin to return to simple, natural remedies. And turmeric, the bright golden spice you'll often find in curry, has quietly become a favorite in that journey. Why? Because turmeric contains a powerful compound called curcumin. And curcumin, according to hundreds of scientific studies, has the ability to reduce inflammation, fight oxidative stress, support heart health, and even protect the brain from age-related decline. I remember one quiet afternoon talking with a man named John, 67 years old, a retired PE teacher from Florida. After leaving his job, John's knees started to ache so badly he could barely take a walk around the yard. His daughter told him about turmeric, so he began adding a small pinch to his meals every day. Nothing dramatic, just a little in his soup, or stirred into warm water in the morning. 6 weeks later, he told me he could walk nearly an hour without the same pain. Of course, turmeric isn't a miracle. It doesn't cure everything overnight. But it's a gentle, natural, and supportive step, and when used the right way, it can help the body heal, slowly and steadily, over time. The lesson here is simple: real health rarely comes from dramatic changes. It comes from small, consistent choices made every day. And one little scoop of turmeric, if used correctly, can become part of a deeply caring routine for your body and your well-being. But this is only the beginning. The truth is, many people, just like John at the start, don't realize that turmeric has to be paired correctly for the body to absorb it fully. And sometimes, the foods we eat alongside turmeric, foods we think are harmless, are actually blocking its benefits without us knowing. So what are the 3 hidden enemies in your kitchen that may be canceling out turmeric's power? Let's keep going. 2. The curcumin dilemma. What most people don't know: turmeric is poorly absorbed. A lot of people believe that simply sprinkling turmeric into a dish, mixing it in warm water, or drinking it each morning is enough to get all its benefits. But here's something few people talk about: curcumin, the key active compound in turmeric, is actually very hard for the body to absorb. In fact, if you take a spoonful of turmeric without the right pairing, your body might absorb less than 5%, maybe even under 1% of its curcumin content. The rest? It quietly gets flushed out of your system, and you're left wondering why nothing seems to be happening. I had a conversation once with my friend Linda, 62 years old, from California. She was incredibly disciplined. Every morning, she'd mix turmeric with hot water and drink it without fail, for 2 months. But when she went in for her next checkup, her inflammation levels hadn't changed, and her joints still ached. She began to wonder, maybe turmeric just doesn't work for me. But that wasn't the issue. The real problem was how she was taking it, just turmeric and water. No healthy fats. No black pepper. Nothing to help her body absorb the curcumin. It's like having a precious key, but no lock to open. Curcumin isn't water-soluble. And the liver processes it so quickly that it barely has time to reach the parts of your body where it's needed. So even if you drink a lot of turmeric, the actual benefit you receive could be very little. And that brings us to the most important takeaway from this part. Using turmeric the right way matters far more than using a lot of it. A small amount, combined with the right friends, can do much more than a big spoonful taken incorrectly. And that's exactly why, in the next part of this video, we're going to talk about the 3 everyday foods, ones you might be eating regularly, that may be silently working against your turmeric. Let's begin with the first one. It's something that seems harmless, even comforting: processed dairy. 3. The top 3 enemies, everyday foods that quietly cancel out turmeric's benefits. Now that we understand how hard it is for the body to absorb curcumin without the right support, many people try to get creative, adding turmeric to everyday meals or drinks. But here's the catch: sometimes, the very foods we think are helping us, might actually be working against us. Let's talk about 3 common enemies of turmeric, foods that might be sitting in your kitchen right now, quietly blocking its healing power. First, processed dairy products. Picture this: it's a cozy morning. You scramble some eggs, sprinkle in a little turmeric, and top it all off with a slice of processed cheese. Or maybe you make yourself a cup of golden milk using sweetened condensed milk. Sounds tasty, right? But unfortunately, it's a problematic combo. Processed dairy, things like cheese slices, powdered creamers, flavored yogurts, or condensed milk, often contain a mix of preservatives, artificial flavors, added sugar, and certain proteins that can actually bind to curcumin and make it harder for your body to absorb. I once got a call from Nancy, a sweet 71-year-old lady from Texas. She asked me, "I drink turmeric with condensed milk every morning. Why do my joints still hurt just as much?" When I asked more questions, it turned out she also added sugar to it. Without realizing it, she was combining all 3 turmeric enemies into 1 cup. The lesson? Not all milk is created equal, especially when it comes to turmeric. If you enjoy a creamy texture in your turmeric drinks, go for unsweetened plant-based milks like almond milk, coconut milk, or oat milk. They're easier on digestion and don't interfere with curcumin's effectiveness. Second, foods high in vinegar or acidity. Ever added turmeric to your salad dressing with apple cider vinegar? Or mixed it with lemon water in the morning, hoping for a detox effect? It seems healthy in theory, but here's the issue: highly acidic environments can cause curcumin to break down, making it unstable before your body even has a chance to use it. For older adults especially, those who may already deal with acid reflux or bloating, mixing turmeric with vinegar or strong citrus can actually cause more discomfort than relief. I remember reading about a 65-year-old man who loved drinking turmeric detox water with apple cider vinegar. After just a few days, he started experiencing a burning feeling in his stomach and had to stop. What's the solution? Swap out the vinegar for extra virgin olive oil and a pinch of black pepper. It's not only flavorful but also supports curcumin absorption. If you still want a little tang, try diluted lemon juice, but avoid taking it at the same time as turmeric. Space them out to avoid interference. Third, refined sugars, sweets, and sugary cereals. Let's be honest, there's nothing wrong with enjoying something sweet. A turmeric muffin, a granola bar with turmeric, these sound delicious. But the problem is, most store-bought versions are packed with refined sugar, and sugar is one of the most inflammatory substances in the modern diet. Here's the dilemma. Curcumin fights inflammation. Sugar feeds it. Put them together, and they cancel each other out. My friend Martha loved baking turmeric muffins. But instead of using natural sweeteners like honey or mashed bananas, she used white sugar, and even corn syrup. Even though she ate turmeric daily, her joint inflammation hardly improved. Here's the takeaway. If you have a sweet tooth, try using raw honey, ripe bananas, apples, or a touch of maple syrup. These natural options are gentler on your system and come with added nutrients. Knowing these three common enemies is half the battle when it comes to making turmeric work for you. But what about the other half? That's where turmeric's three best friends come in, ingredients that work hand in hand with curcumin to unlock its full power and deliver real results. Let's take a closer look at those, coming up next. 4. Mistake alert: 5 common mistakes Americans make when using turmeric. Sometimes, taking care of our health isn't about lacking effort or patience. It's simply about missing a little bit of the right knowledge. Many people start using turmeric believing it's a superfood, and it truly is. But if it's used incorrectly, you might not feel any benefits at all. Worse yet, it could leave you feeling bloated, uncomfortable, or even disillusioned about natural remedies. Here are 5 common mistakes I've seen time and time again, especially among older adults in the US, who genuinely want to feel better, but just miss a few small steps. Mistake number 1, taking turmeric on an empty stomach. It sounds convenient, right? Wake up, drink a warm glass of turmeric water. But for people with sensitive stomachs, this can lead to nausea, indigestion, or a burning sensation. I remember Mr. Frank, 73 years old, telling me that every time he drank turmeric in the morning, he had to sit quietly and breathe deeply because it felt like his stomach was on fire. Once he switched to taking it after a light breakfast, the discomfort went away. A small tip: take turmeric after eating, or mix it with warm plant-based milk and a healthy fat to keep your stomach calm and comfortable. Mistake number 2, taking too much turmeric. Turmeric is a natural food, but that doesn't mean more is better. Consuming more than 3 to 4 grams a day, about 1.5 teaspoons, over time can lead to nausea, diarrhea, or digestive upset. My friend Elaine added turmeric to everything: water, smoothies, rice, even porridge, because she thought, the more, the faster it works. Eventually, she ended up at her doctor's office with a constantly bloated belly and slow digestion. Solution: start small, around 1/2 teaspoon per day, and adjust based on how your body responds. Mistake number 3, not combining turmeric with black pepper or healthy fats. We've touched on this before, but it's worth repeating. If you take turmeric without black pepper or a good fat like olive oil, avocado, or nuts, most of the curcumin just passes through your system without being absorbed. A small reminder: don't let all your effort go to waste. A tiny sprinkle of black pepper can make a huge difference. One twist of the grinder could be what unlocks the benefits. Mistake number 4, assuming all turmeric products are created equal. Not all turmeric powders or capsules are the same. Some low-cost turmeric powders may be diluted or poorly processed, meaning they contain very little curcumin. And many turmeric supplements lack piperine or any ingredient that helps with absorption. A woman I know, Lucille, was taking a turmeric capsule she saw in an online ad. After 3 months, she saw no improvement. When I looked at the label with her, I noticed there was no piperine, and the curcumin content was barely measurable. Advice: always read the label. Look for phrases like curcumin standardized extract and make sure it includes piperine or bioperine for better absorption. Mistake number 5, mixing turmeric with the wrong foods. We talked about this in the last section, but it's worth listing here because it's so common. Combining turmeric with condensed milk, apple cider vinegar, or refined sugar can significantly weaken or even reverse its anti-inflammatory effects. So don't let turmeric become a victim in your well-intended meal. Now we've gone through the 5 most common turmeric mistakes. But here's the good news. Each mistake is a chance to make a better choice. And the smallest adjustment, when you take it, how much, what you pair it with, can make a noticeable difference in just a few weeks. And if you're wondering what to pair turmeric with for the best possible results, you're about to find out. Next, we'll meet turmeric's 3 most loyal friends, simple, everyday ingredients that supercharge its benefits and make all your effort truly worthwhile. You won't want to miss it. 5. Piperine power. Why black pepper is the key to curcumin. If curcumin, the powerful compound in turmeric, is a door to better health, then piperine, found in black pepper, is the key that unlocks that door. Without piperine, most of the curcumin you consume gets quickly processed by the liver and flushed out of your body, long before it can do any good. But with just a pinch of black pepper, your body's ability to absorb curcumin can increase by over 2,000%. That's right, this everyday spice, often thought of as just a simple seasoning, plays a much more important role than most people realize. I remember sharing this at a small wellness workshop in San Diego. One woman raised her hand and said, "I already use turmeric, but black pepper? I avoid it because of my sore throat. It's too spicy for me." I smiled and told her, all it takes is a tiny amount, less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. And it won't burn like you think, but it will make your turmeric so much more effective. Another older gentleman named George shared that, after learning about this, he started adding a little black pepper to his evening turmeric milk. Within a few weeks, the swelling in his finger joints began to ease, and his hands felt more flexible each morning. Why does this work so well? Piperine slows down how quickly your liver breaks down curcumin, giving your body more time to absorb it. It also enhances absorption in your gut, allowing more curcumin to enter your bloodstream and reach the areas where it's most needed, especially joints, blood vessels, and brain tissue, where inflammation can build up with age. So, how can you add black pepper to your routine without it being a hassle? Simple ideas that work. Sprinkle a bit of black pepper into soups, stews, or stir-fries with turmeric. Add a pinch to a warm cup of plant-based turmeric milk in the evening. Use freshly ground black pepper when possible. It contains more active piperine than pre-ground options. A small reminder, sometimes, it's the tiniest things, like a gentle twist of a pepper grinder, that can make the biggest difference on your journey to better health. And black pepper is just the first piece of the puzzle when it comes to boosting turmeric's effects. In the next section, we'll meet another important companion, one that doesn't just help with absorption, but actually carries curcumin deeper into your bloodstream. Healthy fats. Let's explore how they work, right after this. 6. Healthy fats matter, the magic of pairing turmeric with healthy fats. If black pepper is the key that unlocks curcumin's door, then healthy fats are the vehicle that help deliver curcumin exactly where your body needs it most. Curcumin is fat-soluble, which means if you take turmeric with just water, most of the curcumin has no ride into your bloodstream. It quietly passes through your digestive system, and you're left wondering why it didn't seem to work. But when you combine turmeric with healthy fats, like extra virgin olive oil, avocado, coconut oil, or nut butters, curcumin dissolves into those fats, travels through your bloodstream more efficiently, and reaches deeper into the areas that need healing. Your joints, inflamed tissues, and even brain cells. I remember June, a 69-year-old woman from Arizona. She had been taking turmeric with lemon water every morning for 2 months and felt nothing. She was ready to give up, figuring turmeric might just be another overhyped trend. Then one day, her granddaughter, a nutrition student, suggested adding a small spoonful of coconut oil to her warm turmeric drink, along with a pinch of black pepper. 3 weeks later, June messaged me. "I don't know if it's the turmeric or the combo, but I've been sleeping better and my shoulders feel so much looser." That's the power of healthy fats. Not only do they help your body absorb curcumin, but they also offer benefits of their own, especially for older adults. Help reduce chronic inflammation. Support memory and brain health. Improve blood vessel flexibility. Promote heart health and circulation. So what fats should you use? Look for natural, unsaturated fats like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, mashed avocado, nut butters, like almond or cashew, flax seeds and chia seeds, fatty fish like salmon or mackerel. Easy ways to combine them with turmeric. Stir turmeric plus black pepper plus a bit of coconut oil into a warm cup of plant milk in the morning. Roast your vegetables with olive oil and a sprinkle of turmeric. Add turmeric to your oatmeal, then top with a spoonful of almond butter or crushed seeds. A small but powerful reminder. Sometimes you don't need more supplements, you just need the right companion to help your body use what it already has. And if you enjoy a little sweetness in your routine, something that's comforting and supports your immune system, our third and final turmeric ally may be your favorite one yet. Let's meet raw honey, a gift from nature that not only softens turmeric's flavor, but also brings its own powerful anti-inflammatory and healing benefits. I'll see you in the next section. 7. Honey and herbs, how raw honey, ginger, and herbs help turmeric work its magic. So far, we've talked about black pepper to unlock turmeric's power, and healthy fats to carry it where it needs to go. But there's one more companion, something sweet, soothing, and healing, that can make turmeric not only more effective, but also more enjoyable to take every day. That's raw honey. Honey isn't just a natural sweetener. True, raw honey, unprocessed and full of nutrients, contains enzymes, minerals, antioxidants, and powerful anti-inflammatory properties. When combined with turmeric, it forms a golden duo that helps soothe your throat, support digestion, boost your immune system, and perhaps most importantly, makes your daily turmeric drink so much easier to enjoy. I remember getting a call from Carol, 70 years old. She said, "I want to take turmeric, but it's just so bitter, I can't get it down. Any ideas?" I smiled and replied, "Try adding a teaspoon of raw honey." 1 week later, she called back. "I've had it every day this week. I didn't think a little honey could make such a difference." But here's something to be aware of, not all honey is created equal. The plastic bear-shaped bottles at the grocery store? Most of them have been heated, filtered, and stripped of their natural pollen and enzymes, some are even mixed with sugar syrups. Instead, look for raw, unfiltered honey. It's usually cloudy, may crystallize naturally, and has a richer, deeper aroma. And honey isn't the only natural helper. Ginger is another wonderful herb that pairs beautifully with turmeric. It warms the body, supports digestion, and improves circulation, all of which help curcumin work more effectively throughout your system. Here are a few easy ways to bring them together. Make a morning tea with turmeric, ginger, and raw honey, especially soothing on chilly days. Prepare a small batch of golden paste using turmeric, black pepper, coconut oil, raw honey, and freshly grated ginger. Store it in a glass jar and use daily. Stir turmeric and raw honey into warm water before bed to help you relax and unwind. A small takeaway. Sometimes, what keeps a good habit going isn't just the science, it's the comfort. Raw honey and gentle herbs like ginger can turn turmeric from something harsh and medicinal into a nurturing ritual, something you actually look forward to each day. Now that we've covered turmeric's 3 most loyal allies, black pepper, healthy fats, and raw honey, you may be wondering, how can I bring all of these together in a simple, doable routine? In the next section, I'll walk you through a gentle 7-day plan, no fuss, no fancy ingredients, that will help you make turmeric a lasting and natural part of your daily life. Let's keep going. 8. Supplement smarts, turmeric powder or capsules, which is better? By now, you've learned that turmeric works best when paired with black pepper, healthy fats, and a touch of raw honey. But there's still one question I get all the time. And maybe it's the very one you're wondering about right now. Should I use turmeric powder or take capsules? The answer? It depends on your lifestyle, your body, and your health goals. Each form has its own strengths, and when you understand the differences, you'll be able to choose what fits you best. No trends, no pressure, no overbuying. Turmeric powder, natural, flexible, and budget-friendly. This is a great option for people who enjoy cooking and like having control over what they use. You can sprinkle turmeric into stir-fries, soups, oatmeal. Mix it with warm water and honey, or even use it in homemade face masks. Turmeric powder retains many of its natural compounds, and when paired correctly, the benefits are real and noticeable. That said, not all turmeric powder is created equal. Some cheaper versions may be diluted, dyed, or contain very little curcumin at all. So if you go this route, make sure to choose pure, organic, and unblended turmeric powder from a reliable source. I remember Samuel, a 66-year-old gentleman, who told me he'd been drinking turmeric from a local market for 2 months with no results. His granddaughter, who happened to be studying nutrition, had it tested, and it turned out to contain just 1% curcumin. Capsules, convenient, measured, and easy to travel with. Turmeric or curcumin capsules are designed to deliver active compounds efficiently. Many are enhanced with piperine or infused with oils to improve absorption. If you're sensitive to the taste of turmeric, or if you travel often and want consistency, capsules are a very practical choice. But here's the catch, not all supplements are effective. Some lower-priced capsules don't include piperine, or contain such low levels of curcumin that they offer little benefit. When choosing a capsule, look for phrases like, curcumin standardized extract, with piperine, or with bioperine, on the label. These indicate that the product has been optimized for better absorption. So what's the real takeaway here? There's no one-size-fits-all answer. There's only what's right for you. If you enjoy natural living, cooking at home, and customizing your wellness routine, turmeric powder is a beautiful option. If you prefer something quick, tasteless, and pre-measured, a high-quality turmeric capsule might be your perfect fit. Whichever path you choose, the most important thing is this. Use it correctly. Use it consistently. And give it time. And if you're wondering, how can I start in a way that's easy and sustainable? The next part is just for you. Up next, I'll walk you through a simple 7-day turmeric routine, no stress, no expensive extras, just a gentle way to welcome turmeric into your daily life, and start feeling the difference for yourself. Let's take a look. 9. Who should be careful? When turmeric might not be right for you. Turmeric is one of nature's gentlest gifts, natural, soothing, and full of healing potential. But like any supplement or herbal remedy, it's not the perfect fit for everyone. There are certain situations where turmeric, or more specifically curcumin, may interact with medications, irritate sensitive conditions, or even make some symptoms worse. I remember speaking with Linda, a 72-year-old from Michigan. She was a big believer in natural health. One day, after watching a wellness show on TV, she decided to start drinking turmeric water every morning. But after just a few days, she began feeling stomach discomfort and a strange heaviness. When she went to her doctor, she found out she had mild gallstones, and turmeric had triggered her symptoms. So, who should be cautious or speak with a doctor before taking turmeric regularly? 1. People taking blood thinners, like warfarin or aspirin. Curcumin can enhance the effects of these medications, which may increase the risk of bleeding or bruising. If you're on blood thinners, always check with your doctor before adding turmeric to your routine. 2. People with gallbladder issues, gallstones, or ulcers. Turmeric stimulates bile production, which may aggravate existing gallbladder problems or irritate sensitive stomachs. 3. Anyone scheduled for surgery. Because curcumin may affect blood clotting, it's generally advised to stop taking turmeric at least 2 weeks before surgery, unless your doctor says otherwise. 4. People with diabetes who take medication. Curcumin can lower blood sugar levels, which might sound good. But if you're already on diabetes medication, it could push your blood sugar too low. That's a risk worth monitoring. 5. Pregnant or breastfeeding women. While turmeric used in cooking is considered safe, higher doses from supplements or concentrated powders should only be taken with professional guidance. In some cases, turmeric may stimulate the uterus if used improperly. So what's the lesson here? Turmeric is a wonderful ally, but like any good friend, it's important to know when and how to invite it into your life. If you're dealing with chronic health conditions or taking medication, don't hesitate to talk with your doctor. A quick conversation might be all it takes to know whether turmeric is right for you, and how to use it safely. And if you're generally healthy? That's great news, because turmeric can become a gentle, nourishing part of your daily wellness routine. So how can you get started in a way that's easy, stress-free, and actually makes a difference? In the next, and final, section, I'll walk you through a simple 7-day turmeric plan that's low effort, affordable, and designed to help you build a sustainable habit. Let's take that final step together. 10. From habit to healing, how to build a daily turmeric routine. We all know this truth. Even the best health practices won't make a real difference, unless we do them consistently. And turmeric is no exception. Whether you're using powder or capsules, whether it's paired with black pepper, healthy fats, or a bit of honey, what matters most is patience and daily repetition. Turmeric isn't a magic overnight fix. It's a gentle journey, and your body needs time to absorb and respond. I once had a conversation with Mr. Raymond, 68, from North Carolina. He was so excited when he first heard about turmeric. He drank it faithfully for 5 days, then forgot. A week later, he tried again, but gave up because he didn't feel a major change. It wasn't until his son, a personal trainer, told him, "Dad, it's not about doing it for 5 intense days. It's about doing it calmly for 5 steady weeks." That's when things shifted. Raymond started following a simple daily rhythm. Nothing extreme. No pressure. Just small, consistent steps. And over time, he began to notice results. So, how can you get started in a way that feels just as easy? Here's a gentle 7-day turmeric plan to help you build a sustainable habit, without feeling overwhelmed. Blossom Day 1 to 2, start simple with 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder in warm water, plus a pinch of black pepper and a bit of raw honey. Drink it after breakfast. If you're using capsules, just take one with your meal, following the label instructions. Blossom Day 3 to 4, add a source of healthy fat, like coconut oil or unsweetened plant milk, to your morning turmeric drink. If you're taking capsules, pair them with a meal that includes olive oil, avocado, or fatty fish. Blossom Day 5, try something new. Maybe turmeric in your oatmeal with almond butter, or roasted vegetables with turmeric, black pepper, and olive oil. Blossom Day 6, in the evening, unwind with turmeric ginger honey tea. It's great for digestion and restful sleep. Blossom Day 7, reflect. Do your joints feel looser? Is your sleep deeper? Are your mornings easier? If so, keep going. Repeat this rhythm into the next week, and build from there. A little life lesson. Habits are formed not by bursts of effort, but by gentle repetition. You don't need to change your whole life. Just change 1 small spoon a day, a simple act that, over time, becomes part of your natural, healthy lifestyle. Like your morning cup of tea. Like your daily walk after dinner. And finally, if you found this video helpful, please share it with a loved one. Sometimes, the right tip at the right time can shift someone's entire health journey. And maybe you'll be the person who makes that difference. Thank you for spending this time with me. I wish you health, patience, and joy as you continue to care for your body, gently, naturally, and with love.